Hi there, welcome to sunny Devon, beautiful place. Myself and my youngest son Alf are going to hopefully do a series of videos following the process of us buying a standard car, prepping it for track use, and then ultimately prepping it for a race series in 2026. So we thought it'd be a great idea to do a series of videos showing the process, and maybe it'd be enjoyable for you guys to watch how we get on. Obviously for us it's new, we're novice, we don't know much about the race scene. We've done a few track days already, so we've got some experience on track days. So we're certainly not going to be breaking any records. We're certainly not going to be at the pointy end, more likely to be at the back, showing everyone where the back of the pack is. So it doesn't really matter, it's just going to be a right laugh, and we're really looking forward to doing it. And it'd be a great thing for a father and son to do together. He's excited, I'm really excited, so fingers crossed it'll be interesting. And we'll show the different series of things that we're going to do along the way. So obviously, we started off with a standard road car, and I think we've chosen pretty good. I think with the BMW 135i is a really good choice. I think it's nice and compact. I think it's really strong. Plenty of power, well, not plenty, but quite a lot of power really. 300 horsepower from the N54, which is not to be sniffed at. The other thing I really like about the 135i is it comes with the lovely 6-pot calipers as standard. So I've got previous experience of those being really good, so I would imagine the brakes will be pretty spot on. So yeah, the series of videos will be, prepping it, getting a couple of track days under our belt to see how the car performs. The first one we've booked actually is 29th of September at Thruxton, so obviously we'll put a video out for that one as well. And so first thing is we bought the car, a nice guy, went to see it, but before I went to see it, did a HPI check, and turned out to be a category S or N, whichever is the one that's non-structural. So that was a surprise to him, which was kind of all right. It was good for us, not so great for him, but he was fine about it. He, quite philosophical, so that was quite a nice situation. So we got the car at a reasonable price. That was great. So since getting it back, we've obviously got a trainer as well. We've started stripping it out, but that's pretty much where we are. So you'll start the videos with seeing it stripped out and what we do next. Obviously some of the things we've got to do, like we've got to tidy up the interior. Now it's all stripped out. Got to put a roll cage in it, which I'm hoping to fabricate myself. Not too bad at things like that, so we'll see how we get on. Fire extinguisher system, obviously race seats, race harnesses and things like that. But yeah, so we're really excited about it, and I can't wait to to get going with it. I'm a bit impatient, so's Alf. First things first, obviously do the interior. So this what this video is going to be about. It's just the early stages of doing that. So hopefully enjoy it. I know it's not Lamborghinis or Ferraris, but you know what? It's real world, and it's what we can afford. A lot of what we do will be done on enthusiasm. Some of it we've done with money that I can scrape together, but one way or another, we're going to do it, and we're going to really enjoy it. And I hope you guys enjoy it as well. So thanks very much. So first thing, let's have a little look at the car.
Yeah, so let's have a look at the car then. So I really like the coupes. Really love the shape. I think they're brilliant size. I think they're small enough to be sort of agile, but not too small, so you feel kind of like you're in a tiny little shoebox really. Those are the 6-pots. I really like the 6-pot calipers. So I shared, before taking on this situation, I shared a track car with a really lovely guy called Barney, and we had a Z4 coupe. It was a 3-litre SI, brilliant car, really quite well prepared, but the brakes were a bit of a letdown, and we actually managed to get some of those exact same calipers and discs, and we put it on our Z4 coupe, and it transformed the braking. Absolutely brilliant. So I really already know that the brakes on this car are going to be fantastic, so that's brilliant. So when I went to see the car, it was really good, because obviously knowing it had an accident, it was just a case of trying to spot where it was, and it was not that hard to spot, because you look around the paintwork and you can just about see where the paint has joined there. It's a bit of a shame they didn't go down the whole side, because it would have been really difficult to spot, but it doesn't bother me. It's going to have taps, it's going to have lots of screens as time goes on. So when I went to see it, I've managed to sort of pull the carpet back, and you could see then that this had obviously had actually been pushed in a little bit as well. They've managed to put that back, but use filler instead. I mean, it's not seen, so it doesn't really have to be neat and tidy, but it didn't really come as far as anything major. It certainly didn't come anywhere near the sort of top suspension mounts or any part of the sort of real like beefy parts of the car. So would have been probably a spin on a roundabout or something like that. Got a bit ambitious. We've all done it. So there you go. So it's all stripped. First job really will be smarten up the door cards here. So I've got some sheet metal, nice thin sheet metal, but it's quite strong. So do some templates and cut them out. And yeah, so that's the first job. So here we go. So door cards there, that's the original ones. It's really funny when I see the red leather door cards and the seats, etc. Whenever I see them, I think, oh God, what have I done? It was such a lovely red leather interior, but there we go. And that's what it looks like now. So yeah, one of the things I considered straight away before sort of what I'm going to do with the doors is whether to go for plastic windows and get rid of the electric motors. But to be honest, when I've been on track days before, I've not really paid too much attention to what the other guys have done with their plastic windows, how they actually work. So, and I sort of figured that I don't know how it works when you haven't got a rim, you know, when it's a coupe door like that. Yeah, I don't know how it works, whether it be kind of really flexible or how it works. So anyway, I've decided to keep the glass and keep the electric motors, really convenient as well. And the amount of weight that I'd probably save, I could definitely do with losing some weight. So I could lose maybe 5 times the amount of weight that I'm going to be. So that's the next challenge, is for me to maybe cut down on the beer. But yeah, so like door cards next. And so obviously I've taken this one partially out, and so I'm going to need the door handle. I'm going to need the switch for the electric windows. So I've cut myself a couple of cardboard templates for that. Managed to find some sheet metal behind the barn, so I'll just use that. It looks a bit scruffy in a minute, but it'll clean up once I've painted it and sprayed it. It will look lovely. So yeah, so that's the sort of first job, is to make a paper template for the door itself, and then cut it out of the sheet metal, and then obviously create the holes that I've made the cardboard templates for, and then yeah, fingers crossed it will start working well. So we'll see. There you go, all cut out. I'm kind of pleased with them. I think they're okay. I don't think it's too bad, is it? You know, first attempt and all that. I know it looks crap at the moment, but once I've painted them, they'll be okay. So I didn't know whether to cut them out with angle grinder or tin snips. So I decided on tin snips in the end, because angle grinder, it's sort of not so easy to get the detail. Certainly couldn't really do that from the inside. So I went around with the tin snips, left it a bit sort of nibbly, but I basically put that underneath and then just went around with a hammer and flattened it afterwards. So it was all right, really. And then, actually after that, once I've done that, I went around with sandpaper, and they're fairly smooth edges now. Not that it's going to be a problem, because it'll be up against the door and it won't really be an issue there. So yeah, all right, aren't they? Not too bad. So next thing, rub them down, and then see if we can find a way of sort of securing the handles and the switches in, and try and make it look as nice as possible. Not going to be too fussy. You know, ultimately it's just a track car, but I kind of like it, making it look as nice as possible. You know, just for a bit of extra effort, it'd be nice. But yeah, I'm kind of pleased with them. Okay, give it a rub down. Tin of Halford's finest. Nothing but the best. So let's see how this goes on then. Oh, that's good. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Oh my god, that doesn't even work. Oh god. I've just discovered an amazing thing. I couldn't work out why it wouldn't squeeze down, and then when you take that off, look, the clever people at Halford's have put a little ring in there so it won't go down. And I'll tell you what that's to stop, I think, is all the people that used to take a little spray on the display at Halford's just to see what the colour's like. They probably got fed up with that, and to be honest, I think I would as well. So we'll dig that out, get rid of that. Trying to do this one-handed, not ideal. How easy is that going to come out? Look at that, I've done this one-handed. Get me. There you go. I'll put my lid back on. Well done to you, Halfords. That is a very simple solution to all the Muppets that used to spray all your lovely displays. But it is another piece of single-use plastic for all you ecologists out there. I know that you're going to be really gutted about that, but anyway, it saves Halford's decor. Right, let's see how this pans out now. Bit windy today. Oh, bit windy today. No, that's shite. Abandon. Okay, attempt 2. We've got an empty stable here. No wind. Daisy's going to help. This time it's going to be a lot easier with Daisy. You going to help? Oh, no? Okay. That's better. Nice light coat to start with. and then run out before I die of chemical poisoning. Super. Go. Got the paint on, sort of. I'm really not proud of that, but it's alright, isn't it? And you know, when it's inside the car, it'll probably look okay. But I've been really lazy with the aerosol cans. You know, I've got all the kit to do a proper spray job, but I've just been lazy. It's just so easy to get the spray can and do it. But they're going to look okay, I reckon. But the trouble is with spray cans, you just get such a thin layer of paint. If you try and polish it or do anything with it, you just go straight back down to what, you know, to whatever was beneath. Yeah, it's all right, really, isn't it? That's actually worked out all right. I was just trying to work out how to best sort of whether to drill a couple of holes in to keep that in there and put a nut and bolt through. Or actually, I just might I might use my hot glue gun and sort of just build it up at the back there, because it's really quite good stuff. And if I needed to, I can take it off, and I haven't drilled through the material. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So my glue gun's ready to go. So just thinking that if I push it really against the, and then get the glue right in the behind the tabs, really give it a good dousing of the glue, that'll probably keep it nice and tight. It's gone on really well, actually. If I just hold that one in place for a bit while it goes off. Yeah, really sort of built it up behind the tabs, because obviously if it goes in a normal piece of trim, you've got leather and all sorts of stuff like that behind this tab here. Whereas if I fill it up with the glue behind the tabs, that's going to hopefully keep it nice and tight. It'd be great. I'm really pleased with the way the glue gun's working. It sort of just flows perfectly in the gap, and I can build it up quite a lot behind the tabs, so that will give it loads of sort of resistance with me pulling it. But yeah, that's really good. There you go, all the way around. I'm not going to win any cake decoration competitions, but luckily you won't see it from behind. But I think once that's dry, as long as it hasn't all dripped out from the other side, I reckon that'll be ace. All right, end of the day. What's it looking like? Now that ain't bad. That ain't bad. I'm chuffed to bits with the way that's turned out. I'm really pleased. The handles are all nice and solid. Switches are all nice and solid. That's really good. Yeah, I'm really shocked actually. I sort of expected it to be a bit crap, but that's a lot better than what I thought it was going to look. I'm just going to pull that shut. Just test the door handle. Look at that. Look at that. I'm chuffed to bits. So I suppose the big test is whether the windows work. Let's give that a whiz. Look at that. Oh, I don't know why that went back down. Oh, why is that going back down? Uh-oh. Oh, that's really weird. Why is that doing that? Oh, God. Now that's going to take some time to work that out. Nope, it will not go above. Oh, God, that's so weird. Right, okay. Right, so let's stick the key back in. Okay. That's down. That's really weird. Now it's working. I just took the key out, put it back in, and now that's working fine. God knows why that did that, but I'm just going to take it and forget about it for a minute unless it happens again. Oh, I'm pleased with that though. So that's job done. So there you go, first vid. Thanks very much, guys. It's a bit boring, probably, compared to a lot of stuff that's online, but for me, it's brilliant. So that's it. Thanks very much for watching. That's the first video. I hope you found it mildly interesting. and a tiny bit stimulating and a tiny bit of inspiration. But if you didn't, I'm really sorry about that. But if you did enjoy it, thanks ever so much, and I'll see you in the next one.